how to make delicious homemade chocolate chip cookies. Hey there, cookie lovers. Welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, hi, I'm Amy, and I love sharing delicious recipes with all of you. Today, we're diving into one of my all-time favorite treats, homemade chocolate chip cookies. Who doesn't love a warm, gooey cookie fresh out of the oven, right? In this video, I'll show you step-by-step how to make the most delicious, melt-in-your-mouth chocolate chip cookies from scratch. Trust me, once you've tried these, you'll never want to go back to store-bought cookies again. Overview of the recipe. Before we jump into baking, here's a quick overview. Making homemade chocolate chip cookies is super simple, even if you're new to baking. We'll gather our ingredients and equipment, then walk through each step together, from mixing the dough to baking the cookies to golden perfection. The best part? This recipe uses basic ingredients you probably already have in your kitchen. Plus, I'll share some of my favorite tips and tricks along the way to ensure your cookies come out perfect every time. Ingredients list. All right, let's talk ingredients. Here's what you'll need: about 2 dozen delicious chocolate chip cookies, 2 1/4 cups, 280 grams all-purpose flour, 1 teaspoon baking soda, 1 teaspoon salt, 1 cup, 2 sticks or 226 grams unsalted butter softened, 3/4 cup, 150 gram granulated sugar, 3/4 cup, 165 grams packed brown sugar, 1 teaspoon pure vanilla extract, 2 large eggs, 2 cup frames, semi-sweet chocolate chips. Quick notes. Flour provides structure to the cookies. Baking soda helps the cookies rise. Salt enhances the flavors. Butter adds richness and a tender texture. Sugars include brown sugar, which adds depth with a hint of molasses. Vanilla extract is for that classic cookie flavor. Eggs bind everything together and add moisture. Chocolate chips are the star ingredient. Make sure all your ingredients are at room temperature, especially the butter and eggs, for best results. Equipment needed. Now let's gather the equipment we'll need. Mixing bowls, at least 2, one for dry ingredients, one for wet. Electric mixer, a hand mixer or stand mixer. Measuring cups and spoons. Accuracy is key. Baking sheets, we'll need a couple of flat ones. Parchment paper or silicone baking mats to prevent sticking. Cooling rack, helps cookies cool evenly. Spatula and wooden spoon for mixing and scraping. Cookie scoop or spoon for portioning the dough evenly. Having everything ready before you start makes the baking process smooth and enjoyable. Step-by-step instructions. All right, it's time to get baking. Let's dive into the step-by-step process of making our delicious homemade chocolate chip cookies. Step 1. Preheat the oven. First, preheat your oven to 375 degrees Fahrenheit. Preheating ensures the oven is ready when we're set to bake, giving us evenly cooked cookies with perfect golden edges. Step 2. Prepare the dry ingredients. In a medium mixing bowl, combine 2 1/4 cups of all-purpose flour, 1 teaspoon of baking soda, and 1 teaspoon of salt. Use a whisk or fork to mix them until well combined. Mixing the dry ingredients separately ensures the baking soda and salt are evenly distributed, helping our cookies rise properly and taste consistent in every bite. Step 3. Prepare the wet ingredients. In a large mixing bowl, add 1 cup of softened unsalted butter. If your butter isn't soft, microwave it for about 10 seconds, but don't melt it completely. Add 3/4 cup of granulated sugar and 3/4 cup of packed brown sugar to the butter. Using an electric mixer on medium speed, cream the butter and sugars until light and fluffy, about 2 minutes. Creaming incorporates air, resulting in lighter cookies. Next, add 2 large eggs, one at a time, beating well after each addition. Then mix in 1 teaspoon of pure vanilla extract for that classic flavor. Step 4. Combine dry and wet ingredients. Gradually add the dry ingredients to the wet mixture. Do this slowly, adding about 1/3 at a time, mixing on low speed until just combined. Be careful not to overmix. Overmixing can lead to tough cookies. We want them tender. Use a spatula to scrape down the bowl sides, ensuring everything is well incorporated. The dough should be thick and slightly sticky. Step 5. Add chocolate chips. Add 2 cups of semi-sweet chocolate chips to your dough. Gently fold them in with a wooden spoon or spatula until evenly distributed. Feel free to get creative. Try different types of chocolate chips, or add nuts like walnuts or pecans for extra crunch. Step 6. Prepare the baking sheet. Line your baking sheets with parchment paper or a silicone baking mat. This prevents the cookies from sticking and makes cleanup easy. If you don't have parchment paper, lightly grease the baking sheet with butter or cooking spray. Step 7. Portion the dough. Using a cookie scoop or tablespoon, scoop equal portions of dough onto the prepared baking sheets. Aim for about 1 to 2 tablespoons of dough per cookie. Space them about 2 inches apart. The cookies will spread while baking. If you prefer thicker cookies, chill the dough for 30 minutes before baking. Chilling helps prevent spreading. For a bakery-style look, press a few extra chocolate chips onto each dough ball before baking. Step 8. Bake the cookies. Place the baking sheets in the preheated oven and bake for 9 to 11 minutes, or until the edges are golden brown and centers are slightly soft. Oven temperatures can vary, so keep an eye on your first batch. For softer, chewier cookies, bake them for 9 minutes. For crispier cookies, aim for 11 minutes. If baking multiple sheets, rotate them halfway through for even cooking. Once done, remove the baking sheets from the oven. Step 9. Cool the cookies. Let the cookies cool on the baking sheet for about 5 minutes to set. Then use a spatula to transfer them to a cooling rack to cool completely. Cooling racks prevent the bottoms from becoming soggy. But hey, there's nothing better than enjoying a warm cookie fresh from the oven. Just be cautious of hot chocolate chips. Step 10. Serving suggestions. Your homemade chocolate chip cookies are ready to enjoy. Serve them with a cold glass of milk, a hot cup of coffee, or your favorite tea. These cookies are perfect for sharing or treating yourself. Feeling extra indulgent? Sandwich a scoop of ice cream between 2 cookies for an amazing dessert. Tips and tricks. Measure accurately. Level your measuring cups and spoons. Room temperature ingredients. Ensures a smooth dough. Don't overmix. Mix until just combined. Chill the dough. Enhances flavor and texture. Freeze for later. Freeze dough balls and bake when ready. Just add a couple of minutes to the baking time. And there you have it. Delicious homemade chocolate chip cookies. Thanks for baking with me. If you try this recipe, let me know in the comments below. Don't forget to like this video and subscribe for more tasty recipes. Happy baking!